Somebody can say nice things about me. He did call me a genius, but these are minor things. Somebody can say nice things about me. It makes no difference. It makes no difference, all right? I've been dealing a long time. A lot of times I'll make much better deals with people that say terrible things about me. I don't care what they say about me. I want the deal. You know what, Trey, one of the people that's standing back there, one of the dishonest media, well, what's your definition of trade? I said, well, you have fair trade, you have all sorts, you have so many different types of trade. But here's my definition of trade. Because right now we're being ripped off. $500 billion trade deficit with China. $500 billion! And they give us product, we let them in, no tax, no nothing. You want to try and make a deal with China, you can't get your product in, and if you do, you pay tax, and if you do, you also have to build plants over there. And they don't even want that. They don't want you there. They're one-sided. So when they said, what's your trade deal? I said, very simply, I want to make great deals for the United States. We don't have to name it. You have fair trade. You have all sorts of names. I learned every single one of them in college. Now we've added a couple. Here's the problem. We have stupid people doing our negotiating. We have stupid people doing our negotiating. I'll give you an example. If a company in Ohio said they're going to leave, we're going to fire, which, as you know, many companies are leaving. And by the way, as you're sitting here right now, we have companies negotiating with Mexico and other places to close up in Ohio and to move into Mexico or other places, okay? As you're sitting here right now, some of you people think you have good jobs. Guess what? Carrier thought they had good jobs. Ford thought they had good jobs. Lots of them, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of companies have left. Thousands. Millions of jobs. And Hillary Clinton is weak and she's ineffective. And there's no way you can allow 4 more years of this stuff to go on. There's just no way, in my opinion. But let's say, and by the way, your steel mills in Ohio, where China's dumping steel to put you guys out of business. They're dumping, you know that, who's in steel up here? Am I right? They're dumping steel to put the steel workers out of business. And Hillary said the miners, any miners in here? Miners? I love the miners. Oh, West Virginia was good to me. And Ohio was good to me. A lot of miners in Ohio. Miner! But Hillary Clinton said, we're going to put the miners and the mines out of business. Now, she said that before, probably in an environmental group or something. But then she tried to back up. But they remembered she said it, and she got clobbered in West Virginia. Smart people. She got clobbered in West Virginia. So we're going to have clean coal, and we're going to have steel, and we're going to make our products. And we're going to have the people in Columbus and all of Ohio and all of Michigan and all of these other states. You know, I did great in Michigan. I did great in Ohio, too. Unfortunately, I didn't have a long time to campaign. If I would have spent 2 more days here, I would have won Ohio, too. Because I won practically everything else. We got almost 14 million votes. Think of that. More than anybody in the history of Republican primaries. That includes some great people like Ronald Reagan, Dwight D. Eisenhower, who won the Second World War. Well, he did win the Second World War. Got elected because he won the Second World War. I got more votes than him. That's good, right? And remember this, I had 17 people. I wasn't running against 2 people. I had 17 people. Hillary Clinton, I got a similar number to Hillary Clinton, and she had Bernie, and she had a hard time putting Bernie away. And Bernie, poor Bernie, he looked so upset. You know what? He made a mistake. He shouldn't have made a deal. Sometimes he lost. First of all, it's rigged. And I'm afraid the election is going to be rigged, I have to be honest. Because I think my side was rigged. If I didn't win by massive landslides, I mean, think of what we won in New York, in Indiana, California, 78%. That's with other people in the race. But think of it. I hear more and more that the election on November 8th, can you believe we're almost there? This started on June 16th of last year. And I said, wow, let's go do it. It takes guts to do this, believe me. And everybody said, oh, it takes guts. I could be having a very nice life right now. I don't have to be with you people ranting and raving, right? I have a very nice life. But it takes guts. And everybody said this is the greatest field. I remember Charles Krauthammer saying, this is the greatest field ever assembled in the history of Republican politics, or something to that effect. This is before I got in. And I said to my wife, you know, it's a great field. Charles Krauthammer and others are saying this is the greatest field ever assembled. It's also the largest field ever assembled. So I have the greatest, largest field ever assembled. And then one day I had it. I watched the Iran deal, this horrible deal he done, where we give back $150 billion and they're making nuclear weapons, and we've made a power out of Iran. They were struggling for their life, and we've made a power out of Iran. In fact, they were in serious trouble when they were all marching in the streets. It was over. And Obama came to their rescue, if you remember that. First term. That was a bad day. That was going to be over for them. And we came to their rescue. Now we've made it into a power, okay, a big power. But I saw the Iran deal, and I saw the stupidity on trade where companies are leaving. One of them was Carrier, left Indiana. 1,400 people fired, moving to Indiana. They're going to make their plant, they're going to build it, they're going to take their air conditioners, make them, sell them right back into Indiana and other places. No tax, no nothing. With me, they're going to be taxed 35%, and you know what? They're never going to move. They're never moving from. They're never moving. Okay? They're never moving. Did you ever see? Because I love this stuff. I've been, look, you know, people say, not a politician. Remember when they said a certain person, well, he got clobbered, raised tremendous amounts of money, and everybody thought he'd do really well. But they say, but he hasn't been an active politician for 8 years. I've never been a politician, and we've won an election. So, but I don't get credit for that. They don't give me credit. Whatever. You know, I was joking, because some people thought it was a little bit too tough, and I have been. Certain people that I ran against in the Republican primaries have never come back, and they probably won't, and that's okay. I do better when they don't come back. I do better if I have them as my opponent as opposed to my ally. No, but we have a few. You know the names. We have a few. They haven't come back. They haven't come back. I'll tell you, I was honored at their convention for two reasons. Number one, I had 35 million people watching. Hillary had, what, 28 million people, this final speech. So we had more people watching. The press built up that convention like it was the greatest Democrat convention. I actually thought, I like the Republican convention. I would rather watch Ivanka Trump than any of their celebrities. I would rather watch Don and Eric and Tiffany and Melania did a great job. I would rather watch them than any of their celebrities. You know, they all said, well, Donald Trump had his kids. Isn't that nice if you have kids that are capable enough to go up and do it? You know why people haven't had their kids go up? Because their kids can't do it, and I can understand that. That's a hard thing to do. My kids went up, they were brave.